you want, I will help you with doing photos everywhere where you want. Just tell me. Really, just.
Or do you have
nobody
to?
cares
Or
about
do you have to bomb you?
Well, yeah. But I think so. If Russians will attack right now, the catacombs will stay. People ask for more adventures. For example, they want more long time spent underground, or go through some special places, like very narrow, for example, some places with water. So yeah, I can show much more, of course. Or can go in through some collapsed places, and it brings a lot of soil, this black dirt. Yeah, and that's why at some places at the bottom you can see this dirt and black walls. But it happens so rare, and when I was underground many times when outside was heavy rain, so original pictures are not so bright like this one, and this soldier, it is soldier of some Russian Empire army, I guess. Okay. I guess it's something like it should be something like a rule: don't use any colorful things on the walls, because it will bother to find some miners' pictures like this, for example. It is miner's portrait, some joke about miner Pavel Kharitonov. There is his name, Pavel Kharitonov, and some drinks which he liked, and there is a word about him, Abarmot. It means like yeah, I have such places can show, but it's far away. I'm scared of my destiny and some people, and I'm praying about my past in my poor room, just basically stuck under such boulder, such part of the wall, and nobody could help him, and but he knew that somebody will start searches, because of course he was experienced. He just said when he will come back. So yeah, and his wife called his friends, and they started searches after a few hours. But what happened to him? He stuck under the stone with a very badly broken leg, and he somehow managed to unlock himself. He digged ground under his leg, so he freed, unlocked the leg, but couldn't crawl further to the exit because it was really difficult injury and could be much worse if he would move. So he was just waiting for help, and totally he spent about 10 hours underground, and was found. It was just a very difficult difficult area with not just like these broken tunnels, but lots of narrow, very narrow tunnels where sometimes people who rescued him, they just needed to make tunnels much more wide because they couldn't go through. So luckily he so he was alive, and recovery was not so short. Actually, it took 5 months to recover completely, but he so he still likes catacombs. He still explores catacombs. So yeah, it's like question for life, question of life. Very almost disappeared picture. This one, it was also cart with wheels. So under us now it's about sometimes a meter, sometimes 2 meters of dust and broken stones. So miners just put this like trash material underground, and that's why level of the floor became higher and higher every year. So these first walls of the tunnels, they now are buried under this dust. So that's why you will not see any dates, any pictures from the beginning of mining. And it's really sad that we lost such part of history. Yeah, it's not like biggest in terms of
But it's interesting.
yeah, it's super interesting, especially some interesting humor or rhymes in one place. A bit later I will show you there is a proverb, this type of words which you use in some typical situations. So and some of these things changed in time, so now we use a bit different versions of such proverbs, like miners used before, I mean just people used before. So yeah, it's also possible to explore history, so for scientists it could be also interesting. And this Santa Claus, like Russian version of Santa Claus, Ded Moroz, brings not gifts but lots of schools. Pretty symbolic picture. It's a typical joke from some explorers, like just to scare somebody. And here you can see hundreds of different signatures, pictures on the walls. So it was a very popular place in past, from 80s till till nowadays, but yeah, last years of course not so popular. That's a nice picture. And the name of the base, base of 3 donkeys. And they were betrayed, I mean partisans were betrayed, and the Nazis controlled the entrances to the catacombs. So those 2 groups, about 40 people in total, just died inside, because Nazis actually didn't go down to kill them. They just were waiting at the surface, and during few months those partisans yeah, just died. Very sad story.